Alright, so this video is when you train people how to treat you, but part 2. There's a part 1 to this. I made it, I don't know, within the past 2 months, I think. And I talked about making a part 2 in that video, and I think that I saw somebody comment below that they'd like to see a part 2, so here it is. The theme of this video has so much more to do with extremes in the dynamics of training somebody how to treat you, or training multiple people how to treat you. The reason being so, by the way, sorry if you can hear background noise, there's a busy highway next to me. The reason being so is because a lot of things have been going on in my life recently, and I've been doing a lot of reflecting in regards to specifically disrespect. But not only disrespect, but also the toleration of disrespect. And by the way, let me make this very clear that I'm just a human. You know, I am on this journey of learning, just like everyone else. There are also times that I've found myself doing things that could have been done differently, you know, fucking up. I'm looking at my own life, and I'm realizing the ways that I've fucked up over the course of a few years now. In regards to relationships, and just regards to really the theme of this, how I have trained people to treat me. I want to start off by saying that I have found myself tolerating disrespect in relationships because, and I know that this might sound crazy, I'm not here to, you know, try to avoid anything. I'm here to look at everything for what it is. I've had a tendency throughout my life to try to get people to like me. That's just the way that it is. You know, it has to do with like codependency and everything. I'm not in that business anymore. I am very interested in liking and loving myself and really not worrying about external validation and approval. I've also learned recently that the pursuit of external validation and approval in adulthood is actually an unhealthy dynamic, right? And healthy parenting very early on in life for a child would be that the parents validate the children or the child, and then there ends up being like a transition starting around like 5 to 7 years of age where, you know, it's not just the parent validating or approving the child, but it's the child validating and approving themselves as to not seek that externally, which is fascinating because, and again, it's not good or bad or right or wrong, but it is unhealthy. We see it all over social media, right? People want to be validated and approved by other people. They want that check mark. Yeah, it's fascinating that social media has that blue check mark, right? Or just a check mark in general, right? People want to be validated and approved of. And a lot of people probably don't know, but also feel like they can't give that to themselves. And that has to do with the unhealthy dynamic of how they didn't learn to approve of and validate themselves, probably from unhealthy parenting dynamics. And that's just the way that it is. But let me just make this very clear. I understand, and I've been in the same boat, by the way. I understand that a lot of people out there want to do things to get people to like them. The fastest way to get people to not like you and to not respect you is to try to get them to like you and respect you. So, in the context of when you train somebody how to treat you, right? If you are consistently allowing and tolerating disrespect, that's a really good way to get somebody to not like you. So if you think that in the pursuit of doing that, that you're going to get them to like you and respect you, it's not going to work. Somebody is not going to like you or respect you when they see that they can disrespect you and you will tolerate it. Again, I have been here. I know how this works. You will not get somebody to respect you if you do not respect yourself. And respecting yourself means not tolerating disrespect. It is that simple, right? But if you are somebody, again, been here, if you are somebody who thinks that you can get somebody to respect you through showing them that they can consistently disrespect you, it just doesn't fucking work. Now, If you're scared that you're going to lose them or that they'll leave you if you don't tolerate disrespectful behavior, guess what? You've already lost them. They don't respect you. That's why they're disrespecting you. Somebody that disrespects you is not going to respect you unless for whatever fucking reason they turn around and change. Usually highly unlikely. So, yeah, if you just have this belief in your mind that they're going to respect you at some point for some reason, if you just continue to tolerate their disrespect, it's not gonna fucking happen. If you're scared of losing them or them leaving you, so you tolerate their disrespect, you've already lost them. They're already gone. They already know that they can disrespect you, and you will just stay there. Right? So, again, the theme of this video in regards to when you train somebody or people how to treat you, right? How to connect with you, how to communicate with you, how to associate with you. This is the extreme end in, people that believe that they can get people that disrespect them to respect them by staying, by tolerating the abuse, by tolerating this, that, and the other. It's not gonna fucking happen. You wanna get someone to respect you? Fucking like and love the hell out of yourself. So much so that you don't tolerate that bullshit from them. That you communicate and make it very fucking clear to them, hey, listen, I don't like this. Period. And communicate consequences. If you do this again, I'm gone. That is much more likely to get them to respect you than you just tolerating abuse because you're afraid that they're going to leave. You've already fucking lost them. Now, if they leave anyway, even though you've communicated, hey, I don't fucking like this, don't do it again, they do it again, then they're just a disrespectful fucking person, and they only allow people in their life that they can abuse. They're not interested in being around somebody that requires respect, and that's just the way that it is. Again, I've had loads of fucking experience. I have. I really have. And by the way, let me just say, there have also been times, I need to make this very clear. I need to make this crystal fucking clear. I am a human fucking being. I am capable of disrespect. I'm not going to intentionally disrespect somebody for no fucking reason, right? But as I reflect on my own life, I recognize that there have been times where people have tried to set boundaries with me, right? And because of my own wounds and my own personal shit, I have been disrespectful. I have violated boundaries. And it's challenging for me to admit that. It takes vulnerability for me to admit that. It takes admittance. It takes fucking humility for me to admit that. Because what I'm most interested in is honestly just becoming a better person. Like, it's not easy. It's not an easy endeavor, especially if you have a consistent pattern of just being very unhealthy and not taking into consideration yourself as well as other people. I have been disrespectful. I have disrespected people's boundaries. I have pushed. I have, done this, that, and the other. And I've learned how much it hurts people. I've learned how much it hurts myself as well. It's not fun to find out when you've hurt somebody. And if somebody else gives enough of a fuck, it's also not fun for them to find out if and when they've hurt you. If they genuinely don't, like if they don't give a fuck, and it will show, then remove them from your life. Because otherwise, all that you're going to be doing is continuing to train them how to treat you, and you'll be training them that you are nothing other than, the fucking garbage floating around in a fucking sewer line in New York City next to a rat munching on some nasty ass shit. I just want to touch base real quick more again on validating yourself. The fastest way to not get people to like you is to seek external validation and approval. Adulthood and self-esteem is all about loving yourself, putting yourself first, taking care of yourself. It's nobody else's job to like you. It isn't. It really isn't. And to try to chronically seek that is a very unhealthy endeavor, and it's likely going to place you in relationships with people that are very toxic and unhealthy. I have found myself in multiple relationships throughout my life where, because I was seeking external validation, I just wanted to be liked. I just wanted to be approved of and verified and validated. Man, I have met some fucked up people. I really have. No names, of course, but I've cut people out of my life. I have years ago. I really have, and it's some of the best decisions that I've ever made. It really is. I'm happy that I really put in the effort to do that. For some reason, I could find myself making a part 3 to this. Like, I feel like there's more to talk about. Maybe there is. Maybe I will. But the theme of this one is the toleration of disrespect, because you feel like if you just let them do what they fucking want to, they will stay. No. You know what they're thinking? When you allow somebody to disrespect you, especially without communicating that you dislike it and there will be consequences if they do it again, shit. You're a fucking grave for them to fucking dance on. They don't give a fuck about you. You're scared of losing them? Shit. You've already lost them. You're fucking nothing else but a fucking, again, just a piece of trash in a fucking New York City sewage line with a nasty ass rat munching on some nasty shit next to it. They don't give a fuck about you. Right? And quite possibly the only reason that they still have you in their life is probably utility. I'm not claiming fact here. I don't know for everyone. But shit, you're probably just being used.